So about a day ago, a user in the name of Matthew C9806 commented on one of my videos, and what he said kind of resembled who I was a few years ago. A person that was kind of blinded by their own ego-driven motives. I was given an opportunity multiple times to work with someone that was very successful in the media industry. But back then, my brain was just always thinking of the best, how to become the best. What do I need to do in order to become the best? And the conclusion that I came up with at that time was to learn from the best and only the best. That anything else will just hinder my ability from becoming the best. An 18-year-old kid straight out of high school declines an offer to work with a very successful person just because they watched one video of Andrew Tate. Just because someone doesn't ride a Bugatti, just because someone doesn't live in a mansion, doesn't make them any less valuable than someone that does, let alone wrong. I feel like if I took the chance to work with the person back then, I would have been much more successful by now. The internet made this whole lavish lifestyle as if everybody is already doing it, and the only people that are not doing it are like us. And I feel guilty of following that trend back when I was in high school. The internet saying all these lavish lifestyle as something easy to obtain, and that anyone can do the same if they follow these coaches online, these gurus about earning money online, creating these high ego-driven teenagers and even children as well. And I'm guilty of that. But I learned that life is much more complicated than what these online coaches set it out to be. And you need to realize that majority of these people that do these online coaches, they live off of the money that you provide. All those luxury, all those cool cars, those cool mansions, they're all paid by the money you're giving them, or overnight lottery coin success. Without you, they don't really have anything that's truly valuable to you. You're better off saving money and spending it on your own business, starting your own business, and learning from your own mistakes. And remember this, the less someone knows about something, the easier it is for that person to believe in it. I thought anyone could be a millionaire by their 20s. I thought if you just followed this certain lifestyle, that anyone could be a millionaire, a billionaire. But the world doesn't work like that. Just because they say that you can be successful without working a 9-to-5, that you can buy your dream car, dream house, doesn't mean you're at the level to do it yet. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying there are levels. There are things that you need to learn through experience. There are things that you need to learn that's truthful. There are more lies than truth in this world we live in, sadly. And also, you're more likely to learn more about business from a local business owner around your street, around your town. And in fact, you'll probably learn something more valuable from them than someone that is of a billionaire caliber. And let me explain why. Let's say you're trying to solve a math question. What do you learn first? You learn the theory behind the math. You learn the theory behind how the equation was formed, and you learn all those technical aspects of it before you learn how to solve it. And then you get into the good part, which is actually solving the question. Then you start learning how to calculate those values with a calculator. Then let's say all of a sudden, someone decides to ask you what the theory behind the equation is. You start to get blurred memories of it. You know how to solve the question, but you can't explain why the equation works the way it is. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is, you can't remember everything that you did. And even if you do, you'll always be more accurate the closer you are to the date that you did it. Billionaires and even millionaires are already to the point where they don't really need to solve the equation by hand. In fact, they have someone else that does it for them. They have someone else that's even working the calculator for them. They can give you good motivational advices and general advices on how to run a company. And usually they give good advices on becoming a leader, but they most likely forgot the little nuances that comes when starting a small company. And you also need to realize that some of these small business owners just don't have the same ambition as we do. And ambition doesn't correlate with knowledge or the value that they can bring. There's nothing bad about learning something new. You can always choose to forget it, but you might be too late to learn it in the future. So when you're given an opportunity to work with someone, or you're given an opportunity to work under someone, regardless of who it is, I would recommend taking it. So give it a try. Again, I'm not trying to advocate that learning from the best is the worst, or learning from the best is bad and you should never do it. Because again, there's a reason why they're at that level. There's a reason why they became billionaires. And it is true that there are things that you can learn from them that others may not know. All I'm trying to say is, don't keep your opportunities for the best. Because sometimes the worst experiences can be as valuable, if not more, than the best. It's as hard to get everything wrong as it is to get everything right. As always, I'm rooting for you, and I hope you guys have the greatest day. I'll see you tomorrow. I tried out these gloves. They're photography gloves, and they're supposed to keep your hands warm, but I don't think it's working.